Yo yo, this is Dead to Rights again for the A to Z of TV shows I like. Today will be the F's of the A to Z. So here we go. Starting with a program that actually started on the, what channel was it? I'm pretty sure it was on Sky. And it was produced by Steven Spielberg and Robert Rodat, which is pretty awesome because Steven Spielberg, well-known producer, obviously, and I'm pretty sure he's a director as well. He obviously did E.T. and Jurassic Park, pretty damn awesome. And this TV show was his attempt at basically bringing his talent to the public in a way that they didn't have to pay to see, like, you know, all his films. It's basically Falling Skies. It's about it's 6 months into the world devastated by an alien invasion. He basically follows this Boston University history teacher, well, professor, and he's helping this militia, well, a second Massachusetts militia, and these freedom fighters to obviously, you know, stop the aliens from destroying humanity completely. Obviously, it's only had one series so far because of the fact that it's quite a new, program, to be honest. It's only had 10 episodes, but they're not too bad, to be honest. I like the way it's done in a way you think to yourself, well, yeah, I can see where he was trying to be, you know, more influenced towards the fact that he's done, you know, sci-fi and alien things before, so maybe he just thought to himself, well, let's try something else, let's try like TV programs. Kind of works, like I said. Right, next is an animated sitcom created by Seth MacFarlane. No, it is not The Cleveland Show, because obviously I've already done that. No, it is not American Dad, because I've already done that. It's actually the original animated series that he did. Family Guy. It's pretty damn awesome. It's a series of characters, that are basically like, it's basically like they're all a big family anyway, but because of the fact that it's called Family Guy, it's meant to be based around the main kind of dad character, which is Peter Griffin. It's a dysfunctional family consisting of, obviously, you know, mum and dad, Lois and Peter, their children, Meg, Chris and Stewie, and their pet dog Brian, who can somehow talk. Yeah, I don't understand it, but it's funny nonetheless. It's set in the fictional city of Quahog, Rhode Island, which is, you know, just funny anyway. And they've had quite a few like hilarious adventures, and there's been quite a few episodes where I think to myself, well, that's just pretty awesome, the fact that they've done this. But other episodes I've gone, well, you know, you could have done something better with this series. You've only made like, what, 10 episodes? And then you've made another series? I don't understand. Or some of the series, I'm pretty sure they only made 7 episodes, and that's pretty crap. So, I don't know, maybe he just couldn't be bothered with it. Maybe it's just the fact that the Cleveland Show and American Dad was taking up so much of his time. Who knows? But he did 10 seasons, and 182 episodes so far. 182 is fucking awesome. Not too bad, to be honest. Alright, next is like an Irish sitcom, basically, and it's based around the lives of three fictional characters. They're they're priests, and basically follows their lives to a certain extent, and it's called Father Ted. Pretty damn awesome, pretty funny. And you know, you've got obviously, you know, famous catchphrases from Father Ted himself and Father Dougal. You know, it's pretty awesome. You got Father Jack, which was the one that most people like kind of recognise because of the fact that he had the funny, very funny sayings of like, you know, "Fuck arse, I got a box." You know, he was one of these priests. You think to yourself, yeah, that's not really how priests talk. So how the hell is he getting away with it? But it was just funny nonetheless. And obviously they had like a housekeeper, which is Mrs. Doyle, and she was basically one of these characters. It was like a persistent kind of annoyance, but it helped the other characters build up part of their character, if you see what I mean. She every now and then she'd be saying like, "Oh, go on, you know you want to, go on." It's just funny as hell. Really was. Lasted 3 series, 25 episodes, which isn't too bad, considering it was. Well, it actually came out in '95 and ended until '98. Not too bad, to be honest. So obviously that's maybe like 1 series a year. Yeah, that seems about right. Right, next is a really old series. Mostly really old. Not really old, just really quite old. Kind of like the series you think to yourself, well, why have you been watching this? And it's because of the fact that it's such an old series that I think to myself it's really kick-ass. It's like the A-Team, to the fact that it's just like an old TV program, and I just watched it because of the fact that it's funny. Obviously the A-Team wasn't funny that much, but there were certain parts of it I thought to myself, yeah, that's good stuff, I like it. Fawlty Towers with John Cleese and Connie Booth. Very funny indeed. It's, I don't know, probably one of the backbone comedy things of British comedy, mainly due to the fact that it had so much in it. You think to yourself, well, Americans probably wouldn't get most of the humour because of the fact that they don't understand queuing, and they don't understand getting your, they don't understand the annoyance of running this really bad, like, hotel B&B, where it's just bad and everything's gonna go wrong. Right, it's lasted 2 series with only 12 episodes, unfortunately. But it was pretty kick-ass, like I said. It's just the fact that it's like 1975 to 1979. You think to yourself, well, wait, that's 4 years. How come they only had 2 series? Mainly due to the fact that the series were giant. Okay, yeah, they only had 6 episodes, but it's just the fact that they had like certain points of the year. But it was just friggin' awesome, it really was. And I like the fact that, like I said, it's just they used most of the fact that he's an English guy. He's got an annoying wife. Most of his staff are just dumbasses and they don't know what they're doing. Like they say nowadays, you can't get the staff. He really couldn't. He had no choice in the matter. He had a Barcelonian helper kind of person that didn't really speak English that well. But that also really annoyed him, the fact that most of his guests were just toffee-nosed people that thought they were better than him, and he just thought, well, you know what, I've got this hotel, you come into my hotel, treat me with a bit of respect, and they just didn't. It was just funny as hell. Anyway, next is Frasier, American sitcom. Quite obviously, I'd say it's quite an old series. Pretty sure it is. I mean, it's from 1993, so yeah, quite old. Okay, not since the 70s, because it's just kind of weird. Really would be weird. Lasted a total of 11 seasons, which is a lot more than what Friends did, to be honest. So, yeah, Friends, you're lacking just a bit. And I don't think they're going to be making another one, or a movie, so, yeah, Friends, you lose. Total of 264 episodes. Yeah, get those. Pretty damn awesome. Main actor was obviously Kelsey Grammer. Then it was David Hyde Pierce. So that's obviously Frasier and Niles. It was intelligent comedy, and I liked it for the reason, the fact that it just made me go, yeah, I don't understand what they're really saying, but I understand the fact that it's a funny situation. Obviously, it was a spin-off from Cheers, obviously, and it was just one of the most successful spin-offs in TV series ever, which is just freaking awesome, to be honest. Next, literally what I just spoke about, Friends. This, like I said, only lasted 10 seasons, 236 episodes. Pretty awesome. Obviously started in the year of 1994 to 2004. So, yeah, it's pretty damn awesome. I like the fact that it literally lasted the whole of 10 years. Because, not many series either, and pretty kick-ass, pretty good acting, pretty good producing and directing. I like the fact that most of the actors have actually gone on to produce like either better characters in different films, or they've just gone on to do, like, produce different things themselves. It's pretty kick-ass. I like the way that all of the actors in the actual, like, episodes, not just the main ones, you know, all of the actors were, like, well known. So if anyone saw them in another program, they think to themselves, well, yeah, I know you're from Friends. That's what I'm going to base your next acting career on. Unfortunately, you know, it's not like some of these programs nowadays where you think to yourself, oh, I don't know, like Being Human. It's not like you could say to yourself, oh yeah, I should know that person from Being Human, and then you look in their past and you see that they've been in like a stage show. It's not like that. It's more like, because of the fact that they've been in the TV series which has been so successful, you think to yourself, well, what are you going to make next? It's going to be a film, it's going to be another TV series. It's a bit like how that Matt Smith, that's the new Doctor Who, used to be, what was it? He was like this, was he a Roman or a Greek? He was like Caligulus, you know, the bloke that was like a philanthropist. I can't even spell the word. This bloke that would basically go around sleeping with anyone he liked. He went from that to Doctor Who, and I thought to myself, well, I didn't really watch the series like that one they made before Doctor Who, so I went, okay, so what's it going to be like in this? Pretty kick-ass acting, and it really does suit the part. Anyway, on with the next. Next is Futurama, based obviously on the I don't know, day-to-day life of a delivery boy like Philip J. Fry, who's actually from the 20th century, gets frozen for 1,000 years and finds employment at Planet Express in the 31st century, which, to be honest, a bit of change. But it's literally like what Matt Groening and David X. Cohen has done, is basically said, well, you know, the future may not be that different. Okay, you're going to have flying cars, okay, you're going to have talking robots and aliens, but you're probably not going to be any that different. The jobs are probably going to be the same, so get used to it. Probably what they're saying, I don't know. I'm just based on whatever. Right, they had 6 seasons. Well, I'm pretty sure they've got 7. Wikipedia might actually be failing on that. Who knows? They've only got 114 episodes. Well, this might be like quite really badly updated. But anyway, it's kick-ass series. I like the fact that it was Matt Groening's version of doing like a futuristic like comedy. It's pretty awesome. You don't really see that many of them. I mean, okay, yeah, the Jetsons was like an old program that you see in the future where they had like a flying like UFO thing to carry people around, and the house was in like the air. But no, this is better because of the fact that it's meant to be in the future, but like I said, people still walk around. You've still got jobs that are really mundane, so yeah, it's not really much different. Anyway, last but not least, this TV series ran from 1994 to 1997. It was known as Brilliant in the US, and it's basically a sketch show where anything can pretty much happen from one scene to the next. Really, really kick-ass. I like the way it's done so much. It's just epically awesome. I think this was created when Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse had a bit of a falling out. Though obviously none of the characters were based on like Paul Whitehouse or Harry Enfield. This was basically Paul Whitehouse's way of saying, you know what, I'm actually better at comedy than you are, and this is a TV series that I'm going to be helping to create. So yeah, it was pretty kick-ass. I like the way that most of the comedy in it was just really off the cuff, and you think to yourself, whoa, that's really out there. That's like over your head, and you don't even know what the hell's going on. Lasted a total of 37 episodes, which isn't that bad. I mean, okay, yeah, it didn't last that long, but it was just freaking awesome. I like the way that most of the characters, you think to yourself, well, okay, so what are you talking about? What's going on in this scene? I don't understand. Like, there was this one where you see this family just running, like with suitcases and whatever, and the dad would go, "Come on, let's go, come on!" And that was it. At the end of the sketch, you think, well, what the hell are they running to? And they were in an airport and they were still running. They were on the road and they were still running. It just didn't make any sense. Funny as hell though. And there was another one obviously where you had this posh kind of like snobby character, and you had Paul Whitehouse's character who was the grounds tender, and their kind of like relationship was the grounds tender hated the posh guy and the posh guy kind of fancied the ground person. Yeah, it wasn't really good, but it was funny nonetheless. I like the way that most of the comedy worked in all the episodes. I mean, obviously you had the certain episodes where they took the mick out of the foreign people, like the one where they're going Glenn Hodgson. Okay, fair enough. I understand. Yes, completely makes sense to me. Well done. But it was just funny as hell. It really was funny show. Probably was the greatest show I've ever seen. It's a shame it did actually end, and it's a shame that it's not actually going to come back. But now the fact that Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse have got like kind of like made up and got back together as friends. They've got I'm pretty sure it's Harry and Paul's like funny comedy or something like that, or some kind of like comedy show. So they're doing alright. They get back. They're like the friendships glued back together. Top notch. Hopefully they do make a new Fast show sometime soon, because it just really was friggin' funny. And to be honest, if you can find episodes of the Fast show, or just maybe just clips from it on YouTube, go for it. It's just friggin' funny as hell. It really is. Anyway, that has been Ted Wrights. Today is the 23rd of the 3rd, 2012. It's a Friday. And yeah, that's it. I'm done. Catch you guys later.